Good evening, Reds, and welcome to Meadow Lane for tonight's Premier League 2 Division 2 fixture against Birmingham City U23s. Andy Reid has named his side for tonight's clash. Nicky Hogarth starts in goal. Finn Back is at right back. Baba Fernandez partners Sam Sanders at centre back. Aaron Donnelly is at left back. It looks like a diamond in midfield. Tyrese Fornar, tonight's captain, at the base of midfield, flanked by Ollie Hammond and Billy Fuster, and then Atif Konate just ahead of those three. And then up front we have Will Swan partnering Julian Larson up front. On tonight's Forest bench, Aaron Bott, the goalkeeper, Rezat Rama, Josh Barnes, Lewis Salmon and Josh Gardner. A couple of familiar faces in the Birmingham lineup. Neil Etheridge starts in goal, Marcel Oakley, Juan Castillo, Alfie Chang, Tommy Fogarty, Captain Mitchell Roberts, Joshua Williams, Remy Walker, Leonardo Dos Reis, Jordan James and Jordan Graham. So a big game for Andy Reid's side tonight. We caught up with Andy Reid prior to kick-off. You can watch plenty of that interview with Andy on our YouTube channel. It's live now on the Academy Update video, so be sure to check that out. The teams will be out any moment here at Meadow Lane. There's a good number of supporters in attendance tonight. We were here for the fixture at Meadow Lane against Blackburn Rovers a couple of weeks ago, and it was a fantastic turnout that night. And it's another beautiful evening here in Nottingham, so it will be good to see as many Forest fans both watching the stream and here in attendance at Meadow Lane tonight. So Common New Reds kick off from 7. The teams will be out any moment as the pitch receives its last sprinkling of watering. Forest come into tonight's game having won their previous fixture 2-0 away at Reading under-23s. I'm joined here by Jake Brigstock, also from Forest TV. Jake, it's important that the Reds try and keep that momentum going again tonight.
Indeed. Good evening, everyone. Yes, absolutely so. I mean, it was a good performance from the under-23s at Reading. Of course, Julian Larson, who's in action this evening, starred in that one, scoring both goals. And yeah, he's looked lively all season. I mean, he was great. Although it finished 0-0 at Southampton under-23s, had the privilege of attending and covering that game and co-commentating on that one when it was Alfreton Town. And he looks a real live wire. So yeah, really interested to see how the Reds under-23s get on against Birmingham. I mean, we know that Birmingham City under-23s have a really, really good academy setup, and this is all what it's about for Nottingham Forest. You know, first season with the Category 1 status, and they're coming up against the Birmingham City, a good Birmingham City under-23 side. And we've heard head coach Andy Reid, the under-23s head coach, say many times before, you know, it's about letting them know they're in a game, and I've no doubt that the Reds will be able to hold a torch to the Blues tonight. So we should be in for a cracker here at Meadow Lane.
Thank you, Jake. And right on cue, here come the players. Forest, as always, at home in the Garibaldi red, Birmingham in all blue. And we'll be underway here at Meadow Lane in a few minutes' time. So as the teams go through their final preparations, just a reminder of the team tonight. Nicky Hogarth in goal, Finn Back at right back, Baba Fernandez and Sam Sanders. The centre backs, Aaron Donnelly is at left back. Tyrese Fornar at the base of the midfield, supported by Ollie Hammond, Billy Fuster and Atif Konate. And then Will Swan partners Julian Larson up front. Tonight's bench, Aaron Bott, the goalkeeper, Rezat Rama, Josh Barnes, Lewis Salmon and Josh Gardner. And the Reds will kick off tonight's fixture. It will be Will Swan to get the Reds underway. And we're off here at Meadow Lane. Forest look to move forward early here with Kanate. Kanate checks back onto his right foot, finds Fuster. Oh, it's a great save from Neil Etheridge. An early chance there for Fuster. Birmingham get the ball away. A good early move there from the Reds. Kanate checking back, the ball falling to Fuster, but Neil Etheridge, championship regular for Birmingham, has also played for Cardiff, Fulham, pulls off the save. Here come the Reds again. Fuster on the ball, plenty of touches early on for him. Drifts the ball into the middle, but it's comfortable for Etheridge, and Birmingham will look to move forward. Just looking at that front line for Forest, Jake, it's there's plenty of talent within those attacking positions tonight, isn't there?
Yeah, indeed, and what a lively start we saw straight from kick-off pretty well. I mean, and saving the opening 30 minutes, drawing that'll be a little message to Birmingham that it's going to, it's not going to be all their own way this evening. And testament to the fact that we should be in for a really good game start. Real fast start from Forest, and hopefully that's a sign of things to come.
Another throw in for Birmingham over in the left back area. And the Reds win back possession, and we'll have a throw in on the right side. Finn back moves forward to take this one. It's a neat touch inside, but Fuster can't stop the ball from going behind, and it's a goal kick to Birmingham. Birmingham look to build from the back. Moving the ball from left to right before a ball down the line picks out a good run. Williams checks back inside to Chang. Forest pressing the ball well. Kanate gets a touch there. Birmingham win it back, and we'll start again. Oh, it looks short. Swan out quickly to try and get there, but Etheridge claims the loose ball, then moved forward by Donnelly. Larson will look to chase that. Etheridge is caught on it. Larson's done well there. Is unlucky not to win anything from that. It's a Birmingham throw. And it's a Birmingham throw deep inside their own half on the right-hand side. Very high line from Forest. Plenty of players in the Birmingham half as the ball falls for Fuster. Slight nudge there on Swan, but the referee's not interested. Birmingham start again with Etheridge. Moved to the left-hand side with Castillo. Jordan Graham, ex-Wolves, ex-Gillingham winger. Back to Etheridge. Forest playing really high up here tonight. It's been a good start. Sam Sanders is across. Moves the ball back up the line. It's cut out by Birmingham. Again, Reds pressure. Ollie Hammond in quickly there. Strong start from the Reds, not giving Birmingham much time on the ball. Strong header there from Donnelly as the ball moves back to Etheridge. And Birmingham will start on the left-hand side. Oh, Swan almost was in there, but Birmingham regained possession and work it out well. Oh, that's short, that's Finn back. He's done well there, Finn back. Moves into the penalty area, has Larson in the middle, and he sees his cross blocked behind. Good work there from Finn back, pouncing on the loose ball. Had a number of options in the middle, but it's well blocked, and it's a corner for the Reds. And it'll be Kanate on the right. He's taking it short to Larson. Kanate looks like a move off the training ground. Baba Fernandez can't quite get his shot on target, but a good move there from the Reds. And what has been a lively start, not really allowing Birmingham to settle in possession. And that early corner led to Baba Fernandez having a chance, but can't quite get his shot on target. Here's Graham. Quick feet from Graham, but Fuster's in well there and he wins the free kick. Billy Fuster, signed in the summer from Leeds United. Tidy midfielder, good in possession, gets up and down. We'll be looking to add goals from midfield for Andy Reid's side. Forrest moves the ball from left to right. Here's Hogarth. Reds patient in possession. Neat touch from Kanate to make room in midfield. Pushes towards the right. Back makes a good run off the ball. It's with Back now. Back up against Graham. Fuster looks for a run into the box there, but Castillo is well across quickly and wins the goal kick for the visitors. Goal kick now for Birmingham. Long ball is dealt with well by Donnelly. Sanders looks to get on the loose ball, but Birmingham do well. And they're awarded a free kick. Good strength there from Dosh Rees. Looks like Jordan Graham and Remy Walker will be over this free kick. Everyone back for the Reds. It will indeed be Walker to deliver. Right-footed into the penalty area. Probably too much of an angle for a strike. But he's gone for it anyway, and it's Hogarth. Good save there from the young goalkeeper to palm the ball behind. It was a decent effort from Remy Walker, but Hogarth is there to palm the ball for a Birmingham corner. Walker delivers from the right-hand side. Donnelly's there with a strong header away. Birmingham look to recycle the ball, and Walker's in possession again on the right. It's gone for the clipped cross, but it lands on the roof of the net, and the Reds are untroubled. As Donnelly moves the ball down the left channel. Good touch by Larson. He's unlucky there not to pick out Hammond. But strong work there from Larson. Andy Reid was very complimentary of Julian Larson before today's match, saying that he's really coming into his own this season. A couple of goals last time out against Reading helps the Reds secure a 2-0 victory. Fuster gets up well there. Birmingham looks to build an attack. Here's Williams. Good work from Williams. Links up with James. The Reds are in quickly, plenty of bodies behind the ball. Not really giving Birmingham time to settle in possession. It's moved over to Castillo and Graham. Back to Walker. Room for a strike for Walker, but it's a good save from Hogarth. Forrester in quickly to clear the loose ball. Back to Jordan Graham. Up against Finn Back. Graham checks onto his left foot. Hangs up across to the back post. Slightly too heavy. Donnelly is across. Birmingham regain possession, and Donnelly adjudged to have fouled Oakley there, and it will be a free kick for our visitors. Walker again on set-piece duties. Good crossing position here for the Blues. Walker's ball in. Flicked away by Swan, but it's fallen to Graham. Graham on his left foot. Back into the penalty area. Donnelly gets a touch. Walker's there, but it's comfortable for Hogarth. And Forrest look to clear. Quick ball from Hogarth. He's picked out Larson with a great run. Larson checks back onto his right foot. Will Swan's made a fantastic run. He can't quite pick out Swan, but a brilliant move from Forrest. It started with Hogarth in goal. Long kick forward, picked out Larson's run. Good turn of pace by Larson. And Swan met him there in the penalty area, but the ball didn't quite find Swan's feet, and Birmingham could intervene. Won back again by Forrest. Hammond there, unlucky not to find Larson, but Konate has it back. Forrest work it right now, but slightly loose, but Fuster's in quickly to win it off Graham. And now he's back. Back into Swan. Castillo's in there, Fuster looks to nick it back. Birmingham work it well. Fernandez in well, strongly. Now Fernandez strides forward for the Reds. Has Swan on his right. Larson's in the penalty area. It's pulled back to Konate on the edge. Can he work some space here? Good ball into Hammond. Neat first touch from Hammond, but it's a good save from Etheridge. Well done there by the Reds. Winning back possession high up the pitch. Baba Fernandez influential there. Now here's Graham. Walker moves forward for the visitors, driving at the back four. Fornar's in there well, but Birmingham have it back, and a strike from Walker clears Hogarth's crossbar, and it's a goal kick for Forest. Here's Sam Sanders. Looks to find Konate's run down the left channel. Hammond's in there quickly, and it'll be a Forest throw. Decent start to the game here at Meadow Lane. Forest have had their chances, but we're goalless after 13 minutes. Here's Donnelly. Neat work from Fuster. He's picking up some decent positions in midfield. Here's back Konate. Checks onto his left foot, takes aim, Konate, it's a goal! Forest lead. Achieve Konate on his left foot gives Andy Reid's side the lead here at Meadow Lane. A well-worked goal. Konate had possession, shifted it onto his left foot and picked out the bottom corner. Konate continuing his good form. He scored in Forest's last under-23s game here at Meadow Lane against Blackburn in a 4-1 victory, and he's on the score sheet again tonight to give Andy Reid's side the lead. We've seen glimpses of Konate in the first team this season. He's featured in the Carabao Cup fixtures against Bradford and Wolves, and he gives the Reds the lead this evening. Birmingham will look to respond quickly, no doubt. But it's a positive start for the Reds, who lead after 14 minutes. And it's no less than Forest deserve, really. They've been in 2 or 3 times up until that point. And they have the breakthrough now. Again, Forest not really giving Birmingham any time to settle on the ball. Now Fernandez has it for Forest. Moves it right to Finn back. Back checks onto his right foot and will look to build again. Konate. Brilliant turn from Konate. But the ball out to Donnelly. Not quite reaching the Northern Irishman. Oh, a slip in the Birmingham back line, and Hammond is on quickly. Looks like Hammond was brought down there, but the referee again unmoved before Donnelly is penalised Forest unlucky there not to get the free kick. But again, good pressing from the Reds. Andy Reid will be happy with that. And we'll have a slight break in play here. It's Joshua Williams down and receiving treatment for Birmingham. Spell of treatment here for Walker. Chance for the Reds to take on some fluids. I think Andy Reid will be pleased with what he's seen so far. Konate's goal on 13 minutes, giving Forest the lead. Williams will look to continue here for Birmingham. Looks like a knock that he's picked up, but he seems ready to come on. And we're back underway here. And number 7 is indeed back on. He's shown good feet there to get away from Hammond. Works it over to the Birmingham left with Castillo. Castillo onto Graham. Birmingham's danger man tonight. Cuts into his right. Lofted ball, but Donnelly's well positioned to get the header. And there's an offside on the right. Jordan James flagged offside by the linesman, and Forest will have a free kick to clear their lines. We do apologise about any potential lagging on tonight's stream, but be sure we are looking into that as quickly as we can. Ball up towards Larson, runs for a Birmingham throw. Here's Konate. No doubt full of confidence after his goal. Here's Hammond. Back to Fernandez. Sanders. Reds look to build on the left-hand side now. Another neat turn from Konate. That's a fantastic ball through to Swan. Great touch from Swan. Rounds Etheridge. Oh, but it's cleared off the line by Mitchell Roberts. Birmingham skipper saves them from going 2-0 behind here. Fantastic work from Konate. Really on form tonight. Fantastic ball through to Will Swan. Perfect first touch, did exactly what he needed to do. Rounded Etheridge, but couldn't quite find the back of the net with the finish. Mitchell Roberts across with the sliding challenge to put the ball behind for a corner. It will be Konate to deliver. Reds have packed the box here. It's a good ball in, but I think it's Sam Sanders who heads over. Dangerous ball in from Konate. But Birmingham will breathe a sigh of relief after that. Could have easily been 2-0 down there. Just goes to show the ability Forest have got in those forward areas. Konate didn't really look like there was anything on, but Swan made the run off the ball and Konate had the vision to find him. Here are Birmingham. Graham moves the ball to the right-hand side. Donnelly in quickly there. Konate's picking up loose possession and finds Fuster. Fuster back to Donnelly. Donnelly, a centre-half normally by trade, but playing at left-back this evening. Plenty of strings to Aaron Donnelly's bow. And here's Fuster. Sam Sanders next to him can also play left-back. Plenty of versatility within the Forest side tonight. Fuster turns out well. Slightly heavy pass there to Fernandez. And the Reds will look to defend this Birmingham attack. Here's Graham. Neat pass inside to Walker. But Finn back is there to deny any Birmingham danger. And it's a throw in deep on the left-hand side. .22 minutes on the clock here at Meadow Lane. Forest still lead 1-0. Ball moved over to the right-hand side. Here's Oakley. Linking up with Williams. Movement off the ball for the Blues, but it's a loose pass and Konate will pounce on that. Konate moves forward for the Reds, but a slightly heavy touch allows the covering defender. And the Reds have a throw, taken quickly by Donnelly. Larson's into the penalty area here. He has Swan at the back post, and it's 2-0 for the Reds. Larson and Swan linking up inside the penalty area, and Swan is on hand. A perfect ball across from Larson. He judged that perfectly, and Swan finishes at the first time of asking. Konate is down, out of shot, but he's back on his feet now, and the Reds lead 2-0. It could have been 2 moments earlier through Swan, and he's got his goal now. Quick play from Donnelly with the throw on the left. Picked out Larson, who was alert. And he showed calmness there to pick out Swan at the back post. But Forest will want more now. They won't be happy with 2-0. Andy Reid, he'll want more from his players. And with 23 minutes on the clock, it's 2-0 to the Reds here at Meadow Lane. How will Birmingham respond now? I think the lead is testament to the Reds' strong start. They haven't given Birmingham time to settle in possession. They've been strong when they needed to deal with these long balls. Sanders is there again. And Birmingham will look to build from the back.
Confirmation of Forest off goal, number 10, Julian Lawson.
Donnelly in to claim possession there. The Reds have done that well so far tonight. They've been first to any loose ball, and Larson on the left. Konate bursts forward. The Reds are on the edge of the box here. Konate, quick feet. Konate gets a shot away, but he can't quite get enough curl to find that bottom corner. Etheridge looked beaten, but the right foot of Atif Konate couldn't quite get enough curl to pick out that corner. And Birmingham will breathe a sigh of relief there. Fernandez in well there, strong to win back possession. Konate, Fuster, Hammond. Plenty of touches for all Forest players so far this evening, moving the ball well from left to right. 2 comfortable passes on the ball in Sanders and Fernandez at the back, shielded by Tyrese Fornart. But that ball won't quite find Donnelly. And Etheridge has a goal kick. Understand the stream should now be fully functioning, so apologies if there was a lag during the opening 25 minutes or so here at Meadow Lane, but we should be up and running now. Just to recap, the Reds took the lead through Atif Konate with a low left foot finish, and then Julian Larson put the ball on a plate for Will Swan to double the Reds' lead. Taking Birmingham on the right. Fornart. Superb work there from Tyrese. Twists and turns his way out of trouble, and there's Fuster to help him out. And the Reds can build from the back. Fornart spent last season on loan at Plymouth in League Two. Speaking to Tyrese in the build-up to this game, he said he learned a lot about playing regularly week in, week out in League Two. He had a lot of growing up to do, he said, physically and mentally. He's come back stronger, and we're seeing the fruits of that. Performed very well in the Carabao Cup tie against Bradford earlier this season, earning man of the match that evening. And he'll be hoping his performances for Andy Reid's side will put him back in first team contention. Fornart in quickly again there, wins back possession. He's being fouled there, but the referee finally does give the free kick, and the Reds move it quickly with Hammond. Forest looking really sharp in attacking areas, and Kanate, a neat 1-2 with Larson. Larson denied by Etheridge. Another let off there for Birmingham. Forest looking lively every time they come forward this evening. That strong base to work off, as we mentioned, and then the attacking players have got that flair and that quality to unlock the Birmingham defence. And Forest start again. Plenty of options in front of the Forest defence. Here's back on the right. Larson looking to get in behind, but checks his run. Forest start again with Hogarth. The loose first touch there allows Ollie Hammond to win back possession. Neat football from the Reds when required, and they're patient when it's needed. A good ball out there to Donnelly. I think there was two fouls there. I think there was a foul off the ball on Donnelly and a foul on Fuster. And it'll be Kanate over the set piece. If you are following tonight's game, make sure to leave a comment on the YouTube live stream or tweet us on @NFFC Academy. It's been a strong start from the Reds, and Kanate will look to deliver, but it's cleared away on the edge of the area. And the Reds rebuild again. Donnelly, great vision from Donnelly there, fullback to fullback. And centre half Baba Fernandez is on the overlap on the right hand side. Hasn't been required yet. Here's back into Swan. Swan gets a slight header to the ball, but can't quite direct it goalwards, and it falls for a Birmingham goal kick. Andy Reid joined by Dave Rogers in the technical area. Dave, a recent recruit to the Nottingham Forest Academy. Plenty of knowledge and experience in the dugout for the Reds. As Birmingham look to try and work their way back into this fixture as we approach half an hour on the clock. Jake, it's been a strong start for the Reds, 2-0 up on the half-hour mark. How have you assessed the game?
Yeah, I think you've summed it up really well there. It's been an incredibly strong start. Really, Forest, every time they go forward, they look really attacking, especially down this left-hand side, getting in behind more often than not. I mean, you know, it could be the case that Forest could already be well out of sight in this. I mean, a couple of good chances. You know, it could easily be 4-5-0 already. You know, Birmingham have made the old foray forward, but I think Forest are controlling this game. I think Andy Reid will be looking for potentially another goal before half-time to really assert their dominance, and I don't think that would be unfair on Forest to go in at that scoreline. But, you know, they've got to keep going, and yeah, what a start for the Reds so far.
Here comes Birmingham on the right, Hammond across quickly. It's backed up by Donnelly. It's definitely been a feature of Forest's play tonight, not giving Birmingham a chance on the ball, and when they do, they slow the game down by giving a free kick away. I think Sanders took one for the team there. He's shown a yellow card. Birmingham will look to deliver this into the penalty area. Reds have so far been strong from any set pieces that have come into the area. Fernandez and Sanders will look to get this ball clear. Donnelly in there as well, good height. Here comes the ball into the box. It's flicked on towards the back post. Good call there from Hogarth, allows back to see the ball behind for a Forest goal kick. Here's Sanders, Donnelly. Forward ball from Donnelly. Reds look to pick up the loose ball, but Birmingham work it clear. Castillo into Graham. Haven't seen much of Graham in the last couple of minutes, but he'll look to be influential now to get Birmingham back in the game. Neat football from Blues. Williams into the area. Sanders gets an important touch. Falls for Graham on the corner of the penalty area. He has Castillo on his left-hand side. Castillo. Forest out quickly again and back steals possession. A ball for Swan over the top is slightly too heavy and it runs through to Etheridge. Birmingham settling into some possession. And Donnelly gives a foul away. Moved quickly by Birmingham. Hammond, a cross. Donnelly slightly out of position there. Hammond on the cover. Good sense of awareness there from Hammond, and Fornart, as cool as ever, wins the Reds a goal kick. Not flustered there, Fornart. And we're just over 10 minutes from the break here at Meadow Lane. Forest lead 2-0. Atif Konate and Will Swan on the score sheet. Here's back. Up to Swan. Good strength from Swan. Back inside to Finback. Back is dispossessed in midfield. Birmingham now look to take advantage, but Fornart, said that a couple of times tonight. Right place, right time to win back possession. Konate. Another good run from Swan. Flag stays down. Swan, Hammond, and it's 3. Forest go 3-0 up here at Meadow Lane, and it's another brilliantly worked goal. Slide rule pass through to Swan. Swan in turn picks out Hammond, and the Reds have 3. Brilliant team goal there, Jake.
Yeah, Dean, it was just what we were saying before as well. You know, Forest have deserved that number 3, and they've been excellent in all areas of the pitch. They look really good going forward. Lovely play there, really unselfish play down that wing, and you know, the press at the back as well. They've really caused Birmingham problems, and a couple of those goals and then breaks have really come out of them pressing Birmingham high up the pitch, and then creating those little pockets of space with players out of position. And no less than Forest deserve, it must be said. 3-0, just under 10 minutes to go until half time, and who'd dare bet against them adding another before half time at this rate?
There's a nice embrace there after the third goal between Andy Reid and Dave Rogers. Great to see the work that goes in on the training pitch rewarded out there within the 90 minutes on a match day. And Hammond has been everywhere tonight, and he showed that energy to get into the penalty box, kept up with Swan, and was there to put the ball into the empty net. As we were alluding to earlier, Andy Reid will be keen for Forest to keep their foot on the gas. He won't allow them to let up. Konate almost wins back possession there. He's unfortunate there to give away a free kick. Could have gone either way, that one. Slight shirt pull from Konate, and Birmingham have a chance to put the ball into the box. Forest forming their defensive line across the 18-yard box. Birmingham work it to Castillo. Donnelly was up, Fernandez is across, but Hogarth in well to claim the loose ball. The summer signing joined after being with Rangers up in Scotland, and adds strength and depth to the under-23 goalkeeping department here at Forest. Sanders up towards the halfway line. Neat touch from Larson. Good strength. He was fouled there, but I think the referee's given it the benefit of the doubt, having still kept possession. But not enough to be awarded the free kick. Andy Reid mentioned that Larson had struggled with injuries last season, but he really looks to have kicked on both physically and mentally and physically this season. And he complements that front line perfectly with Konate and Swan. Here come Birmingham. A ball in behind Donnelly, but he's there on the slide to concede the throw. Right in the corner for the Blues. Great to see the comments coming through on the live stream. Make sure to give us a comment if you're watching. Let us know who's impressed you, who you're looking forward to seeing in the second half. Ball into the Forest box is headed clear. Birmingham look to recycle, but Larson is there. Larson and Swan pressing quickly to win the throw. Here's Fernandez. Over to back. More running off the ball from the Reds front line as Hammond has possession. Fuster goes ahead of him. Really fluid attacks from the Reds, but it breaks down there. Fuster will look to win it back, and Fernandez is across. A nudge on the striker there, and it's a free kick for the Blues. Graham, won back by Swan. Just over 5 minutes away from the break here at Meadow Lane. Reid just has a quick chat with Aaron Donnelly, the closest player to him in that left-back area. And Forest have the throw on halfway. Good work from Swan to find back with the return pass. Birmingham get that clear. Swan is there again and again. Here's Hammond. Can Reds add a fourth here? Neat touch from Larson. Bit of pinball on the edge of the area. Back is in there. Forest have the throw. Here come Forest on the right. Konate, who'll be looking to add to his goal. Fornart. Konate always an option on the ball. Fornart as well. Here's Konate in a pocket of space. Has Fuster in front of him. Fuster again popping up all over the pitch. Him, Hammond, Konate, Fornart. Great energy. Hammond with the pass into back. Flag stays down. Here's back. Can't quite pick out a red shirt, but Forest have the corner. Another neat move there from Andy Reid's side. And Jake, how are you impressed by Konate? He's picking up all sorts of space tonight.
He is indeed. He's really been the catalyst for a lot of Forest good work, and you can see the confidence that's coming into his game now. 3-0 up and that lovely little back heel that was kind of like the catalyst for that move as well. Yeah, he's looked a real live wire. He's been impressive in all of Forest under 23's games so far this season. You'd like to think the future is bright for this young man, and yeah, he's certainly lighting at Meadow Lane so far.
And he'll take the corner from the right-hand side in towards Sanders. Slight pull on Sanders there, but gets enough on the effort, which falls behind for a Birmingham goal kick. Just over 4 minutes away from the break at Meadow Lane. Forest putting Birmingham under pressure again. Anytime they look to build possession, doesn't matter where Forest are on the pitch, they'll be happy to commit men to press the ball, but it does leave them slightly open here on this right-hand side. Shot comes in from the edge of the area, but it deflects harmlessly through to Hogarth. And Forest regain possession. Diamond shape working well for Forest this evening. Fuster and Hammond had that licence to get up and down. Always a threat with the front two, and Konate popping up in the space, really causing Birmingham problems tonight, as the scoreline reflects. It's a good play from Blues. Final pass lets them down this time. Konate has it back. Donnelly. Oh, Larson again. Superb work from the forward. He'll look to break into the penalty area here. It's Larson. Can he add a fourth? He can. It's absolutely superb from Julian Larson. And Forest add a fourth. Brilliant play there from Larson. First, to turn away from his defender, and secondly, remain calm in front of goal. And he finds the back of the net. Well, we'll make sure to post the highlights either tonight or tomorrow, because we'll be watching that one back on repeat, and I'm sure it will be on repeat in the Larson household. Spun away there from his defender. And Etheridge, remember, a Premier League and Championship experienced goalkeeper, given absolutely no chance. And the Reds are 4 to the good. 2 minutes till the break. Andy Reid will be hoping his side keep the standards up until the break. Forest win it back again. Birmingham will look a bit frustrated. I'm sure there'll be some stern words in the dressing room at half-time from Blues, but Andy Reid will no doubt be delighted, whilst also reinforcing that message that he wants more from his team. He's never happy. Obviously recognises the positives, but will want more from his team. He'll want at least the same effort and energy in the second half. And clean sheets mean just as much to him as the goals at the other end. Jake, just a word on that goal from Julian Larson.
What a finish. You can tell that's a man high on confidence right now. Was yeah, I mean, like we've seen all throughout on that left-hand side, he's caused Birmingham all sorts of problems, and that was no different there. And he really made his quality chance, and a chance for us here.
Larson's in again. It's been picked out by Hammond. Oh, he can't quite find the bottom corner. He turned his man. Etheridge looked rooted to the spot there, but Larson, all in one quick motion, couldn't quite pick out the bottom of the corner. But close to a fifth there for Forest as half-time ticks nearer. We're about to see how much time is added on here at Meadow Lane. There was a small stoppage for Joshua Williams earlier in the half. Birmingham moving the ball around up towards Fernandez, who heads it clear. 3 minutes of additional time will be played at the end of the first half. Andy Reid will be delighted at the break. Fuster up there, strong. And the Forest fans that are here tonight will be absolutely delighted with what they've seen from the young Reds. will be coming off air during the half-time interval, but make sure to tweet us at NFFC Academy or through the main social media channels at NFFC on Twitter. Let us know your thoughts on the first half. It's been an impressive 45 minutes from Forest, and they'll hope for more in the second period. Graham looks to get Birmingham moving forward. Hammond there again. He was on the right hand side of midfield just moments ago. Now he pops up in the left back area, and Donnelly is there to back him up. As the clock ticks ever closer to the half-time whistle. Forest 4-0 up. Birmingham will look to reduce the deficit just before the break, but Forest so far standing firm. And a move on the right hand side there breaks down, and Forest will have the goal kick. Forest's front four all on the score sheet as we look towards half time. Atif Konate, Julian Larson. Definite bright sparks for Andy Reid's side. And here comes Larson again, bursting forward. Can Forest add a fifth on the stroke of half time? Well covered there by Castillo. Birmingham move the ball out of danger. Move breaks down and Finn back is in to win possession. Here's Konate. And there's the half-time whistle. Forest 4-0 up at the break. But as we mentioned earlier, Andy Reid will be asking for more of the same from his side in the second half. We'll be coming off there for a few moments, but we'll rejoin for the second half. As we said, make sure to leave a comment on Twitter at NFFC Academy or at NFFC. And we'll see you for the second 45. Welcome back to Meadow Lane. Forest leading 4-0 at the break. An electric first half from Andy Reid's side. Blown Birmingham away. Latif Konate at the centre of everything good for the Reds. Julian Larson, Will Swan and Ollie Hammond also on the score sheet. Andy Reid will be a happy manager at half-time. Still awaiting Birmingham to emerge for the second half. I'm sure there's been some strong words said in the dressing room. But an impressive opening 45 minutes from Andy Reid's side. And more of the same, hopefully, in the second half, Jake.
Indeed, you summed it up perfectly there. I mean, 4-0, wow. And you have to say it's a scoreline that doesn't flatter the Reds at all. They've been good value for that. And we even saw a couple of chances that weren't taken midway through that first half. Forest pressing really well from the back. It's been impressive in every area. It's getting the ball through the thirds really well. Julian Larson down on the left here has been, well, nothing short of incredible in the first half. Carry on is a sensational form through the season so far, and a word on Latif Konate as well, who's been stellar there as well. So yeah, Forest will be looking for more of the same in the second half, like we said, and you'd like to think that the result is there, but like you say, Birmingham will have a big team talk at half time. They want to come out and really impose themselves on the Reds here, but they've got a heck of a lot of work to do, and I'm sure the message, like you said, would be from Andy Reid, would be to, you know, do what you did in that first half and go and get the same scoreline in the second half again. Why not?
It looks like it will be the same 11 for the Reds in the second half. A reminder of the lineup tonight. Nicky Hogarth is in goal. Finn back at right back. Baba Fernandez partners Sam Sanders in central defence. Aaron Donnelly at left back. Tyrese Fornar in central midfield alongside Ollie Hammond, Billy Fuster, Latif Konate playing in a free role just ahead of those. And then the dangerous front two of Will Swan and Julian Larson up front. On the bench, Aaron Bott, the goalkeeper tonight. Rezat Rama, defender. Josh Barnes, midfielder. Lewis Salmon, a striker. And Josh Gardner, another midfielder. Birmingham, no changes. It looks like they're coming back out now. No changes for them. Neil Etheridge in goal. Marcel Oakley, Juan Castillo, Alfie Chang, Tommy Fogarty, Captain Mitchell Roberts, Joshua Williams, Remy Walker, Leonardo Dos Reis, Jordan James and Jordan Graham. We'll await to see if Blues have made any changes, but as it stands, it looks like the same 11. And they'll be hoping for a reaction in this second 45. And it will be Blues to get us back underway at Meadow Lane. As we alluded to, Andy Reid will be keen to see his red side press on from here. They won't be happy sitting on a 4-0 going into the second half. They'll want more goals. They'll want that clean sheet. And it's as you were for the second half. And we're back underway at Meadow Lane. No doubt Birmingham will come out with a point to prove in this second half. It was a tough opening 45 minutes for them, but that's testament to how well Forest played. Didn't give them any space or time in possession. Forest clinical in front of goal, as Jake alluded to, could have had more, but they'll be happy with 4. And it's Fernandez in possession. Just looking at the setup for the second half, Jake, I guess Birmingham, they'll almost be caught in two minds. Do they push forward and look to get goals to get back in this game? Or will they think, well, Forest were electric first half, we need to contain what we've got, really?
I think it's a tricky one with the scoreline at 4-0. It's almost got the sense of inevitability that the win is there. Of course, you never, it's never over until it's over, and Birmingham will be trying to win the game. But I think one of the key focuses will be, for Birmingham's point of view, to try and get that first goal, put a little bit of pressure on Forest in this game, and if all else fails, at least Birmingham try and win this second half. That was a sensational Forest in the 23s performance, one of the best halves of football we've seen from them this season, and maybe caught Birmingham unawares. They weren't quite prepared. I'm not really sure what it was from a Birmingham point of view, because when they went forward, they did look lively, but Forest, looking strong again here going forward, and Yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see in the second half how they approach it. I can imagine. Yeah, I'd love to have been a fly in the wall in that dressing room in there if I was a Birmingham City player. But no, we should be in for another good second half despite the scoreline.
Birmingham look to build from the back. Forest men in around the ball. Here's Graham. Walker moves the ball forward. Donnelly's in there quickly on the slide. Starting the second half as he means to go on. Fuster works his way around the midfielder there. Always an option on the ball for the Forest players. Sanders looks over the top there for Swan, but it runs through to Etheridge. Birmingham looking to get movements forward quickly in this second half. No hanging around. As the ball is worked to the right-hand side. Alfie Chang spreads it wide to Castillo. Castillo has time to put a ball into the box. Sanders gets a touch, and Donnelly is there. He gets a block onto Joshua Williams, the strike. Important block there from Donnelly. He was across quickly. Dangerous ball in from the left. And I guess that's something that Birmingham would have wanted, a reaction coming into the second half.
Yeah, definitely. You know, they've. I think that was a case there. You know, Birmingham had been playing it through the third in the first half, but they went a little bit more direct there and caused Forest a little bit of problems. So Forest will need to manage that as the corner comes in.
Dangerous corner comes in, but I think it's Will Swan there who gets the ball away via a deflection. So it's a Forest throw. Finn back is across to take the throw. Great to see the positive comments coming in online for the Young Reds tonight. Keep the comments coming in via the live stream or via Twitter on NFFC Academy or at NFFC. Let us know who is impressing you tonight. Plenty of candidates stepping forward and showing what they're about tonight, and hopefully we'll see more of that in this second period. Here's Kanate. Over to back. Swan looks to check his run, and he gets inside the penalty area. Etheridge quickly across, and Swan sees his shot blocked for a corner. Good work there from Etheridge to race out and narrow the angle. Rushed Swan into a decision, but he still wins the corner. And it'll be Kanate to deliver. Short corner taken to Fuster. Back to Kanate. Can he work a bit of magic here? Yes, he can. There's a shirt pull there. The referee will bring that back. No foul on Kanate. The fans let their feelings known. Looked like he beat his man there before being pulled back. But no free kick for Kanate. I think Birmingham will have to rough Kanate up. Didn't get anywhere near him in the first half. So they're taking the physical approach. Kanate's skillful enough and clever enough to work his way around that. Not giving the free kick this time. Good work from Fornart. Comfortable as ever in possession. Sanders. Fernandez momentarily swapped with Aaron Donnelly at left back. Fernandez opens up his legs and pushes down the left. Can he get a ball into the box here? He can't. He's unlucky. His ball in is deflected behind, but the last touch was off Fernandez, and he'll look to revert back to his centre-back position as Donnelly fills back in at left-back. Birmingham get the ball moving quickly again, but it's won back again by Forest. Here's Fuster. He's had a good He's had a good performance in the Forest engine room so far, up and down. Kanate. Forest check back. Fornart. Good movement from Fornart. Comfortable either off his left or right side. But he's under pressure there, and Graham will pounce on the loose ball. Ball forward from Graham. Dos Reis looks to get into the penalty area. Fernandez and Hogarth combine. Hogarth is there to claim the ball. He had to be dominant there, Hogarth. As Jake alluded to, any sign of a Birmingham goal could allow them to creep their way back into the game. And Andy Reid will be keen to keep that clean sheet. Pressure from Hammond wins the Reds a throw. Andy Reid giving his players instructions there. They'll hope to get that fluid movement, which they showed on plenty of occasions in the first half, back up and running in this second half. Here's back. Swan. Fernandez turns well. And it starts again with Hogarth. Fuster. Neat touch from Fuster there. Hammond. Kanate. Can Forest get that 1-2 touch movement they did so well in the first half back in the second half? Here's Fuster. Early challenge comes in from Castillo. Fuster will take the throw. Back looked for the early one, but Fuster will take his time and give the ball back to Back. Swan. Neat touch in the area. Looks for Fuster. Fuster under pressure from Graham. Birmingham get the ball away. Fornar in quickly, but he's penalised for a challenge there. Birmingham again look to move it quick. Birmingham looking to build possession. Forest over them quickly again. And they win a throw in front of the dugout. Dave Rogers and Andy Reid giving words of encouragement from the sideline. Now Birmingham come forward over halfway. Here's Williams. Has the overlapping Oakley. Oakley's crossing to the middle. Fernandez is there. Well positioned to get the header away. Kanate picks up the loose ball, drives forward. He's put under pressure but wins the throw. Much to the dissatisfaction of the Birmingham dugout. And the ball is back now with Neil Etheridge. Long ball upfield. Taken down well there by Jordan James, and Baba Fernandez shows just too much physicality, gives the free kick away. Here's Graham. Finn back in quickly. Graham looks to turn, but Back doesn't give up on the challenge and wins the throw. Reds will be looking to get the likes of Larson, Swan, Kanate back on the ball. Ollie Hammond as well. Here is Kanate. Over to the left with Donnelly. Back to Sanders. Forest taking their time in building this attack. Working it from left to right. Fuster under pressure from Castillo, but shows a neat touch to find Swan. Good movement. Fuster unlucky not to be picked out there by Swan. And Birmingham can get the ball clear. Here's Fernandez. Ball up towards Julian Larson. He takes it well. Finds Donnelly with a neat back heel. Donnelly's ball into the box, finds Swan. That's extremely unlucky there. Donnelly's ball in, but back keeps it alive. Superb ball there from Donnelly. Swan, if he was an extra shoe size up, I think he would have got on the end of that. Unlucky not to make a connection there at the back post. Back kept it alive and wins Forest the corner. And here's Kanate to deliver right-footed in front of the stand with the Forest supporters in. Here's Kanate. Deep delivery. Forest runners went to the near post, but Fornart will pick up possession. Good movement from Fornart. As we said earlier, really looks to have come on leaps and bounds physically, following his loan spell to League Two with Plymouth last season. And rave reviews from supporters and staff in Plymouth. Here's Kanate. Turns back onto his right foot. Here's Hammond. Reds look to get it moving on the edge of the area. Larson tees up Kanate, but he can't quite keep his effort on target there. And it's a goal kick for our visitors. Jake, Forest building back into the second half here. What have you made of it so far?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen that despite the scoreline, the intensity still there from Forest, and Birmingham look a lot deeper in this half, which is why we've not seen them being able to get in behind as often. But yeah, some really good play from Forest. You can hear Andy Reid is really pleased with the work rate from his players and how quickly the recovery runs are. You know, when Forest lose possession, it's something we've heard him say about before. Make sure he doesn't mind if you make mistakes going forward, as long as you show commitment and drive to get back and mop it up. And whenever Forest have lost the ball, that's exactly what they've done. They maintain shape really well. And yeah, Forest are still knocking on the door despite the scoreline being 4-0.
We did catch up with Andy Reid earlier this afternoon ahead of tonight's game. You can check that interview out on YouTube now via Forest TV. Plenty of positive comments from Andy Reid on his side as they look to earn their badge in Premier League 2 Division 2. Here's Swan. Another good run from Swan. Looks to pick the ball to the edge of the area with Donnelly. But Birmingham are in quickly. Ball falls to Hammond. Can Forest work it quickly here? Larson back. Movement off the ball from the Reds. Finds Swan. Will Swan makes it 5. Absolutely superb from Swan. But how about that assist from Finn back? Outside of the right foot, played in Swan's run. And Swan, as clinical as ever in front of goal, shoots across near Lethbridge. And it's 5 for the Reds. And it looks like Andy Reid is preparing a change here for the Reds. It'll be Josh Barnes coming on for Andy Reid's side. We understand Billy Fuster will be making way. A performance full of energy from Fuster tonight. He's popped up all over the pitch. And although he hasn't got his name on the score sheet, he's been a pivotal role for Forest tonight. And Josh Barnes, an experienced player at 23 level, will no doubt come in and continue the work Fuster has put in the opening hour. It's Fernandez. Hammond is closed down quickly by Graham. It's Graham again. Birmingham will be looking to trouble the Forest backline a bit more in this final half an hour, but it's the Reds currently doing the attacking at the moment with Larson. Kanate busting a gut to get into the middle, but Larson's cross is just too close to the goalkeeper. But a good run by Kanate nonetheless. Just to go back on the goal, a fantastic finish from Will Swan. He'll be proud of that one. He works a lot on his finishing. And it was a good ball to pick him out. Birmingham look to build possession in midfield, but again Fornar is off quickly on Graham. There's a foul on the Birmingham man. Looks like Birmingham preparing a change. Double change, in fact. Looks like Caelan Boyd-Muntz and Kyle Hurst are coming on for the visitors. Off goes Jordan James and Joshua Williams. So it's Boyd-Muntz and Hurst on. Jordan James and Joshua Williams off for the visitors as they look to somehow work their way back into this game, give them a glimmer of hope. 27 minutes left on the clock at Meadow Lane. Andy Reid and Dave Rogers in deep discussion in the Forest technical area, wondering how they can freshen it up even further. Birmingham work it well through a number of Forest bodies in midfield. Again, no time in possession, and Back and Hammond combine to concede the throw.
Substitution for Birmingham City, replacing Jordan James and Josh Williams is Arnold Hunt and Kyle Hurst.
Hammond's in to clear the ball into the Birmingham half. It falls for Mitchell Roberts, Birmingham skipper. Good pressure from Swan, joined now by Kanate as Birmingham move towards halfway. First touch for Barnes in there to nibble away at the ball. Birmingham come away with it. Barnes can play in a variety of positions, as can many of these Forest players. Barnes can play left back, left midfield and central midfield as he is tonight, or on the left of a diamond as he is tonight. But here come Birmingham. Kyle Hurst. Finn Back comes across. Kyle Hurst gets a cross in. Fornar on the slide gets the ball away. It's a throw in. And it'll be Castillo to take it deep in the Forest half. Looks like Forest are preparing another change. Striker Lewis Salmon preparing to come on. Strong challenge there from Finn Back. Looks like he might have taken a knock with that strong committed challenge. We expect nothing less from Finn. Here's a tough cookie. And Finn will be okay to continue. Interesting to see who Salmon comes on for. It's been a lively performance from the Forest attackers this evening. But Reid will be keen to freshen up his pack, keep that intensity high. And here comes the change. It will be Salmon, who replaces two-goal scorer tonight, Will Swan. Great work from Swan this evening. Clinical in front of goal, could have had more, but for last-ditch defending and a couple of saves. But he'll be delighted with his 2 goals. And on comes Lewis Salmon, the summer arrival from Altrincham. Physical centre forward, will put himself about. Nice embrace there between Reid and Swan as the striker came off. He'll be pleased with his night's work from his centre forward. And Salmon comes in to try and add his name to the score sheet. Here's Hammond. Kanate. Options in front of him. He's gone wide to Donnelly. Can't quite get that ball under control. Birmingham have the throw. Jake, I guess it's important to freshen up that front line, providing the work they're getting through tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've seen Will Swan there, how intensely he's been, not just how good his finishing been, but, you know, he's been that first line of the press. He's been the heart of really causing Birmingham problems when they've had to play out, and that's allowed the players either side of him to then push upon Birmingham and really, force them to make errors at times, which has allowed Forrest to get in so frequently. And a couple of words on his finishing, especially for his second. What a finish that was from a tight angle. A really impressive performance from Will Swan tonight, and he'll be happy with his night's work. And yeah, you can still occasionally, even though the scoreline's 5-0, you can still hear Andy Reid below us, even though like I say, it is 5-0. He's demanding more. He wants the work rate. He wants that drive for the full 90 minutes. And so far, the players haven't let him down at all.
Here's a question for you, Jake. That substitution, as a shot comes in from Birmingham, that substitution, is that the first time a substitution has involved two animals, swan and salmon?
Swan and salmon. That's a classic, that. I mean, what a striker's name. Salmon is up like a salmon. You couldn't write it, could you?
So we had that comment through from the live feed, so I had to share it. It was impressive. And here come Forrest with Fernandez looking to build from the back. Good ball out there from Hogarth. Finds Donnelly, but Birmingham are in quickly, and they'll advance forward now on the right with Oakley. Good pace from Oakley, but Donnelly recovers well. Konate there to back him up. A foul on Konate, and the Reds have a free kick. Just over 20 minutes remain here at Meadow Lane. Andy Reid will want more from his team. But also, he'll no doubt be delighted with the current 5-0 scoreline. Here's Hammond, this time on the left. Deep ball in towards Salmon. Shows his aerial prowess there, but can't quite direct the header on target. And it'll be a Birmingham goal kick. Looks like there's about to be another change for the Reds. I think Finback's number might be up. Still feeling the effects from that earlier challenge. And it's Rezat Rama who will take Finn's place. Committed performance from Finn back. It's been pivotal in helping the Reds win back possession. Been getting up and down on that right-hand side. But he did take a knock in an earlier challenge. And Andy Reid isn't taking any risks. Rezat Rama can play centre-half, can play right-back. I think he played left-back in the last under-23 game. So another player that can fill a variety of positions. And Jake, hopefully Finn will come back from that.
Yeah, very good. Very nice playing words there, Finn, coming back from that. Yeah, he's had a great night as well. I mean, he's epitomised Forrest. He's been solid defensively when he's had to do those duties. He's been great going forward as well. I mean, his assist for one of the goals was sublime. And what a season he's had. He's broken into the first team, and rightly so. He's grabbed his chance with both hands. He was strong. I'm thinking back to that game against Bradford, the 2-1. He was where he made his full debut, and he was excellent in that. And I mean, if that's a sign of things to come for Forest, then it's another star in this incredibly talented young team, and the future's looking very bright for not just Finn Back but for Forest as well, if this is anything to go by.
Good work there from Salmon, earns Forest a throw. Salmon and Rama, two second half substitutes combined. But Castillo initially showed quick feet, but Forest pounced quickly, and Salmon has the ball on the byline. Puts a dangerous cross towards the back post. But Donnelly on the volley clears at the crossbar. But good work there from Forest, turning the ball over quickly, moving into attacking positions. But a heavy cross from Salmon eventually found Donnelly, and his first time effort goes over Etheridge's crossbar. Birmingham resisting the urge to go long despite the scoreline, still looking to work their way out. Forest's intensity, particularly with the substitutes that they've made, still keeping Birmingham at bay. Patient possession here from the visitors. Here's Oakley. Back to Chang. Chang switches play over towards the substitute, Kyle Hurst. Rama is across and concedes the throw. And it's another Birmingham throw here. There's a foul in the midfield area. Kanate draws the free kick. Strong challenge coming there by Chang. Forest look to build from the back again. Here's Rama. Here's Larson on the right-hand side. As Forest look to add a 6th goal this evening. Larson cuts inside. Donnelly is in space on the left. First time cross from Donnelly, looking for Larson again. Superb save from Etheridge, denies Larson from close range. Good movement there from Larson to get on the end of the cross from Donnelly. Almost the perfect 1-2, but a good save from Etheridge. And it keeps the score at 5-0. Birmingham have a throw deep inside their own half. It's a strong header from Sanders. Salmon looks to control the ball, but he's penalised. Here's Oakley. Birmingham looking to play when they can, but Forest on them quickly. Not allowing Birmingham to move up the pitch as freely as they'd have liked. Big part of Andy Reid's game, pressing from the front, players with plenty of energy. And that style has certainly looked good for Forest this evening. Here come Birmingham. Castillo on the left. Cross into the box is met by Fernandez. Hammond picks up the loose ball. Kanate turns back to find Sanders. Clears upfield. Will that fall for Salmon? Not quite. Chang heads on. Sanders is in and Forest retain possession. Here's Donnelly. Josh Barnes. Quickly in there was Remy Walker. Forest have the throw as the clock ticks into the 77th minute. It's Kanate, Josh Barnes. Fornart in midfield finds Barnes onto Hammond. Hammond can't quite get away from Chang, and there was a slight tug on Chang there, so it's a free kick for the visitors. Here's Castillo. Josh Barnes reads that well to win back possession in midfield. Hammond finds Konate. Sanders. Over to Donnelly. Konate always looking for the ball, always looking to make things happen. Hogarth to Fernandez. Forest building patiently, looking for that opening as they look to add to their 5 goals. Andy Reid will certainly be hoping to add even more to that, as such are his high standards. He has plenty of faith in this team as Birmingham prepare a substitute. Looks like Johan Zahor will be entering the action imminently. Forest moving the ball, keeping Birmingham at arm's length. There's Rama. Forest will build again with Sanders. Here's Hogarth. Donnelly flicks on. Castillo in there to deny the Reds a chance in the box as Graham turns out to find Oakley. Oakley on the right hand side. Back to Graham. Chang. Forest get bodies back quickly behind the ball. Salmon and Larson working hard to move Birmingham back into their own half as the ball comes back towards Rama, and Rama will head that back to Hogarth. And apologies if you experience some buffering there. We should be back up and running. Here's Salmon. Slightly loose touch there from Josh Barnes allows Chang to win back possession. Just over 10 minutes remain here at Meadow Lane. Reds currently lead 5-0 against Birmingham. Salmon finds Fornart. Here's Hammond to Fernandez. Rama showing good strength on the right hand side. Good touch from Larson. The ball snuck out of play there before Larson touched it, so it will be a Forest free kick. Sorry, a Forest throw. And here comes Birmingham's third change of the evening. Johan Zahor takes the place of Leonardo Dos Reis. Looks like for like, striker for striker. Three changes now for both sides. 9 minutes remain. Here's Hammond. Back to Larson. Good feet from Larson. He was caught there. Quick feet from Larson, but Birmingham man looked to get a touch on Larson's foot, enough to earn the free kick. Hammond touches it quickly to Konate. Here's Larson, deep on the right-hand side. Can't quite prevent the ball from going out for a Birmingham throw. I think Andy Reid will be looking at his young red side to manage the game from here on out. Don't give anything silly away. 5 goals to the good, but he'll be just as keen to keep that clean sheet. Very keen to keep his defensive line as solid as possible. And I guess, Jake, it's about finding that balance between letting your attackers go forward and score goals, but also making sure your defenders remain solid and working with that foundation. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it's well publicised, but it's something that every head coach and manager craves. You know, it's if you get into a winning position, it's keeping that clean sheet. As that was some fancy footwork there, and it needs to be from the goalkeeper Etheridge. But yeah, I think now what Andy Reid will be looking for will be that discipline. You know, to see the game out, see the clean sheet. Although it is 5-0, you know, it's very important to maintain that discipline. You know, not showboat too much or, you know, let the concentration go, because Andy Reid demands high standards all times, as we've heard him say down there. Even at 5-0, he wanted the ball to be moved quick. He wanted people's recovery runs to be as quick as they normally would be from the very first minute. So now I think it's just about seeing it out, and if they do, it will cap off what's been a pretty sublime display from Nottingham Forest.
Yes, a lightning quick first half from the Reds saw them go into the break 4-0 up, and a 5th goal was added via Will Swan in the second. Here's Swan's replacement, Lewis Salmon, back to Aaron Donnelly. He's put in a few dangerous crosses from that left-back area tonight. Kanate loose on the ball there, and Birmingham come forward. Zahor, Birmingham's latest sub, comes forward now. Stood up by Sam Sanders. Here's Jordan Graham. 2 bodies in the box for Birmingham. Graham will look to work across. Kanate recovers well to block the cross behind for a Birmingham corner. And it'll be Graham, the ex-Wolves man, to deliver into the penalty area. Plenty of bodies forward for the Blues. Donnelly looked to get ahead on it, but the ball falls clear anyway. Here's Larson. Good running from Hammond. Salmon could be in here if he's found. Good idea from Hammond. Salmon works hard to win back possession, but he gives the foul away there on Oakley. It's a booking there for Salmon. I think he's unlucky there. Did catch the man, but an honest attempt to win the ball back. First challenge of the evening for Lewis Salmon, earns him a yellow card. Just over 5 minutes to remain here at Meadow Lane. Good working again from the Forest front line as Hammond nips in to concede the throw. Julian Larson certainly put himself about tonight, showing glimpses of quality when in possession and working hard off the ball. Strike comes in from the Birmingham midfielder, but it's not going to challenge Nicky Horgarth. Remy Walker letting fly there from 20 yards. Forest build from the back with Sanders. Loose pass there from Sanders. Possibly first signs of tired legs for Forest, but it's understandable considering the work they've got through tonight. Here's Graham. Neat work from Graham. Finds Zahor. Neat turn from Zahor. Denied the opportunity of a cross. Possession from Birmingham. Slightly loose pass there, but it's retained. Here's Graham. Barnes is out to narrow the angle. Good work from Graham. Gets in a cross with Donnelly. Left-footed clearance for a Birmingham throw. Andy Reid now will be hoping his Reds can stay firm, hold on to that clean sheet. Graham, another good cross. Oh, it's a fantastic save from Hogarth. I think it was Remy Walker's header. Deep run from midfield, met Graham's cross. Superb diving save from Hogarth. He hasn't had too much to do tonight, but on the 87th minute, keeps his calm, keeps his concentration, and turns the ball over for a Birmingham corner. Just a sign there that Birmingham, although they're 5-0 down, still want that goal. Kanate and Salmon combine to get the initial ball clear. Birmingham come again with Walker. Good footwork there from Boyd Muntz. But Rama gets the ball clear via a deflection. Larson across. Gets the first touch, but Birmingham have a throw just inside the Forest half. It's Castillo. Chang. Crossfield ball from Chang finds Oakley. Salmon across on that left-hand side to help fill the numbers. Prevent Birmingham from building anything too dangerous in front of the Forest box. And it eventually falls through to Hogarth. Into the final few minutes now, Jake. I'm sure Andy Reid will be delighted with this performance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what a performance. The game was pretty well won at half-time, really, wasn't it? What an electric first half that was from Forest. It genuinely could have been about 5-6 or 7-0 at half-time. But, yeah, going forward, the Reds have been really good. They worked the spaces really well, especially in that first half period. And, you know, even when Birmingham have asked questions of them, the defence has stayed strong. And, you know, I think that's epitomised there. Hogarth had quite a quiet game. But, you know, when it was called on him to, you know, bail the defence out on a rare occasion that Birmingham City did manage to get a good chance away, he was there and made an incredible save to deny Birmingham their first goal of the game. And yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with a 5-0 performance. Andy Reid will be incredibly happy with what he's seen so far here at Meadow Lane. And yeah, as we mentioned earlier, I think now for the Reds it's just about seeing that out. There's only, I think, 4 minutes is up on the board for injury time so far, so we want to see that out, get the clean sheet, and yeah, the 3 points are in the bag now, so it's just making sure that yeah, Birmingham are kept out.
Into the final minute now of normal time. As Jake alluded to, 4 minutes have flashed up on the board, which will be held aloft in about 40 seconds time. Rama and Hammond across. Strong challenge there from Hammond, unlucky not to win the ball there. Instead gives away the free kick. Yellow card for Hammond. I think he's covered every blade of grass tonight. Hopefully not every blade of glass. Sounds painful.
He'll have sore feet in the morning if that's the case.
Here come Birmingham. They'll look to try and end with at least a goal for their efforts tonight. Forest try and keep that clean sheet. That will mean just as much to them as the 5 goals as the 4 minutes goes up on the fourth official's board. As we enter the 4 minutes of additional time, make sure to leave your comments on the live stream. Tweet us at NFFC and at NFFC Academy on Twitter. Let us know what you think of tonight's game, who's impressed you. Get plenty of comments in. And the support here tonight at Meadow Lane has been great. No doubt Andy Reid will mention it post-match. It will mean a lot to his players to see a number of Forest supporters here. Here come Birmingham on the left-hand side. Kyle Hurst is forced backwards to Castillo. Forest have plenty of men behind the ball. Castillo runs towards the edge of the box. Fornar matches him stride for stride. Cross comes into the box. Donnelly has done well at left-back tonight. Hammond gets the ball further clear. Now here's Etheridge. Forest know now that they don't need to press high. they don't need to go for goals. They've got 5 on the board. They want to keep that 0. Good work from Kanate. Hammond moves the ball forward. Larson will chase that. Good work from Larson. Gives the free kick away. So we're into the final minute or so of added time. So just to recap, Forest lead 5-0 here against Birmingham. Atif Kanate, a double from Will Swan. Ollie Hammond and Julian Larson all on the score sheet this evening. An electric first half from Andy Reid's side. 4-0 up at the break. Will Swan's second half goal made it 5. And game management since then has been the key. Here's Fernandez. Nicky Hogarth played a pivotal role in keeping that clean sheet. Should they see the last minute or so out, a brilliant save to deny a header a few minutes ago. Fornar there looking for Larson's run over the top. Etheridge out quickly to head the ball clear. Pressure from Rama. But Birmingham do well to navigate the issue. And now let's come forward once more. Here's Jordan Graham. Stands up another cross towards Zahor. Gets a touch on the header. Back to Chang. Good work from Fornar. Gets the block in. And now here's Larson. Can Forest end on one last attack? Here's Kanate. Over the halfway line. He's got numbers ahead of him. Looks for Lewis Salmon. Fresh legs. Good challenge on the cover from captain Mitchell Roberts. Kanate. Josh Barnes with a good run off the ball. Looks for Josh Barnes, but the skipper is there again to get the ball clear. Forest see that out for a throw with Donnelly. Birmingham get the ball clear. And there is the full-time whistle. Andy Reid will be delighted with the scoreline. Delighted with the first half performance. It really was electric. In the first half, Forest went in 4-0 up at the break. Goals from Atif Kanate, Will Swan, Oliver Hammond and Julian Larson gave the Reds an almost unassailable lead going into the break. Will Swan then added his second goal in the second half and Forest come away 5-0 victors. Jake, your thoughts on the game?
I mean, what a performance from Forest and from start to finish, really. Electric first half, like we said earlier on. 4-0 at half-time says everything you need to know about how good that first half was. Great finishing on show and, yeah, I mean, fantastic discipline from Forest to really see that out in the second half. Birmingham, could tell, tightened a lot at the break. You know, they weren't allowing Forest to get in behind as much. But, I mean, Forest intensity throughout that. I mean, even an injury tie there, you can see the pressure that they were putting on the defence, the pressure that they were putting on Etheridge to not allow them to comfortably play from the back, really putting them under pressure all throughout the full 90 minutes. And, yeah, I mean, a couple of really standout displays and everything. Kanate, Larson, Swan, all of the goal scorers deserve a mention. And I mean, what a performance from Nottingham Forest! Who'd have thought that before the whistle blew at 7 o'clock this evening? A 5-0 scoreline, and you have to say Forest were very deserving of that. And as we said, it could have been even more. So a wonderful night. Andy Reid will be most pleased with the 5 goals they scored, and most importantly as well the clean sheet. So yeah, wonderful performance for Forest, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them go again soon.
Yes, you can see Andy Reid embracing his players there as they come off for full time. Plenty of tired bodies, but it's all been worthwhile tonight. A 5-0 victory for the Reds. Andy Reid thanking the crowd for their support tonight, and thank you for following online. It's been a pleasure to bring the stream to you this evening. Leave us your comments on Twitter, and we look forward to the next one. Have a good evening, Reds.